What's going on, guys? This is your boy Rome 300. Here is the presentations for Affinessence Paris. Now, this is the new presentation. Just to let you guys know, the old one was a cardboard box, very simplistic, but with luxury fragrances, you know they gotta spice up the packaging. So they definitely got this one all the way right. Beautiful black gloss, hardwood, with their name imprinted on the front, as you can see. Now let's see if I can open this so you guys can see the beautiful presentation. Now before we get to the bottle, there's a cashmere pouch sitting on the side right here. This actually used to be in the old packaging, but now it lays on the side, so when you want to take it out, you know, if you're traveling with it, you can put it in there, keep it safe. Now with the other presentation, we have the bottle sitting inside a suede enclosing, looking really, really, really nice. That's pure luxury right there. The bottle is 100 ml with a glass plaque, but I'm going to take this out so you guys can see the bottle presentation by itself. Hold on one. Okay, here's the bottle. All right, you guys can see there's a plaque sitting on front. The old presentation just had a paper plaque in front. Now you can see that it's actually a metal plaque with Vanille Benjoin written in the front. Affinessence Paris collection. You see that? That's beautiful. A yellowish golden colored juice. Information on the bottom. This is actually 100 ml. And the cap, if that zooms in, you can see there, has the name on the cap also. And this is a metal cap. I thought it was plastic, but this is actually a heavy metal cap too. All right, that is the presentation for Vanille Benjoin from Affinessence Paris. Let's get to the review. I'll see you guys in a minute. What's up, guys? Your boy Rome 300. I'm back again with another video. And man, do I got a good one for y'all. This is definitely an exclusive, and in tradition, I'm going to bring you a fragrance that you probably haven't heard of unless you kind of watch my Instagram or Facebook, because I've been kind of pressing this house, hyping it up if you want to say, because they definitely caught my attention. So as you saw in the presentation, this is Affinessence. This is Vanille Benjoin, and man, first I gotta give a shout out to Sophie. She is the president and the creator of Affinessence Perfume Paris. Thank you again for this beautiful, beautiful fragrance. I really appreciate you. You are awesome. And I want to thank everybody for joining me. You know, this is an exciting day for me. You know, not every day you get a luxury fragrance, so I'm really happy about that. Also, just to let you guys know, if you want to see more of my content, if you're new to my channel, please hit that bell icon so you can get more content. You'll know when I'm shooting a video, and I would really appreciate it. So without further ado, let's jump right into this one. Okay, so if you saw my video a few months ago, I did a first impression on the line. Now, prior to that, they just released 2 new fragrances, and I actually have little decants of those fragrances they sent to me. So I'm going to be doing a first impression on these 2 fragrances also very soon, so stay tuned to that. But I did a first impression on this fragrance, and I have to say, some points I got right, some points, man, I was way off. And because I said in this fragrance, I said it was kind of a vanilla, Coca-Cola soda type of vibe, and not so much. Now that I've been You know, I had this fragrance for probably a month and a half now. I've been wearing it, you know, enjoying it, kind of breaking down the layers. So let me tell you, this fragrance, first off, is a cedar and vanilla based fragrance. This fragrance comes off very, very sensual and very inviting. When I tell you this is a close encounter fragrance, it's one of those fragrances that I definitely want to wear when I'm going out on a date. When I'm out on a date with my wife and I want her to be close to me and smell me, this is that fragrance. I'm gonna pull it back just a little bit, just to let you guys know. This fragrance was created in 2015. The creator, her name is Corinne Ketchen. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I'm gonna write it down at the bottom. Y'all know how that do, you know. And Sophie's whole idea with fragrances is base notes. All her fragrances are developed from a more structured, stronger, and more, you know, powerful fragrance, if I do say so myself. It's more in the category of, I'd say it's more like the dry downs in the beginning. That's what you wait for the dry down. You're like, oh, the dry down's the best. That's what you get from the beginning all the way to the end. You get a dry down. But there are layers, there are transitions when the fragrances does change in certain aspects, but you get that heavy dose of, wow, this is great. And it's not the type of, oh man, this is overbearing, this is too much, it's way too heavy. No. For example, you know, let me take this out for you guys. I want to show y'all this one. Y'all saw in the presentation, who makes the fragrance have a suede, you know, enclosure? Who does that? It's beautiful. So when I tell you this fragrance has an inviting kind of feel, it's doesn't sit close to your skin, but it's very creamy, it's very soft, and it's very present. And usually when you get a vanilla fragrance, a heavy vanilla fragrance, this has two different types of vanilla and two different types of cedar. When you get a fragrance like that, it's usually either cloying or very sweet or even headache inducing. This is not the case when it comes to this fragrance. This fragrance, like I said before, is very inviting. And it's hard to be excited when the typical kind of vanillas aren't really exciting anymore. The only thing that right now has been, you know, the talk of vanilla fragrances, in my opinion, the ones I've heard of or I've smelled, is either Spiritueux Double Vanille or Mona Dior's Vanille. Anything else is pretty much a hit or miss, or it's just plain boring. And this right here, this fragrance, is a refreshing dose of something on the left side. And when I tell you, this one is definitely going to spark some conversation in the fragrance community if you guys get your hands on it. I'm telling you that I'm excited for vanilla now, because I didn't think anything was going to, you know, bring me into the vanilla category again. You know, I have a Mona Dior Vanille, and I kind of just was like, you know what, I'll get Guerlain's fragrance later, and those pretty much the only two. But now that I have this, I am livid with excitement to see what else is coming out, if someone's going to piggyback off of this one and come out with something different, or if she comes out with another vanilla. Another thing about this fragrance that is also surprising, and it was a letdown at first, because I had this fragrance on, had a group of people over my house, not a group, just a few friends over my house, you know, just relaxing, chilling, and I had sprayed the fragrance on. Now, it was about 4 or 5 hour time frame we were hanging out, had the fragrance on, and at this point I couldn't smell the fragrance anymore. And I was pissed. I was like, yo, I can't spray this fragrance, I can't smell it anymore at all. Now, for me, that's a pet peeve of mine. If someone else gives me a compliment, and that happened at least 3 times in the duration of people hanging out in the house, they gave me compliments, and I was a little irritated because I'm like, y'all get to enjoy this shit, and I can't smell nothing. I'm like, what? And I understand that there's nose fatigue. That happens. You know, you have a fragrance on, and you know, pretty much just got used to the smell. I don't like that, especially when the fragrance is pretty expensive. Now, I understand that happening, but I just didn't like it. I actually went to the store. I told my wife and my friends, I said, all right, I'm going to the store. It's not far, so I walked. I get outside, y'all, and this thing hit me left and right. It was a little wind, a little breeze, a little cooler outside. And when I tell you, cedar wood hit me, it was like a powder of cedar wood someone just threw in my face. And then this creamy, soft and sensual vanilla just kind of circled around me, and I was jumping for joy. I was like, I can smell it again. I'm excited because I now realize that I needed to be out in the natural environment. I was stuck in the house. I got used to the smell, and once I got outside, got a breath of fresh air, my skin started to breathe, the fragrance started to perform, and it performed amazingly. And that made me happy that I have this fragrance in my collection, because I almost had that remorse. Now, I spend an extra 10 minutes outside because I'm like, you know, I hope this don't go away when I go in the house. So I walked a little slower. But once I got in the house, it still lasts. And this fragrance does last. It lasts roughly around 5 to 6 hours in projection. Longevity, this fragrance is going to last until you wash your clothes, until you wash your skin. Now, it sits a little closer, and like I said, this is where this fragrance is a winner for me, because it's sensual, it's soft, it has body, and it's a close encounter without being a skin scent. It's at least a foot away you can have a cloud or a sillage, and it does cause conversation. I mean, my wife kept sneaking smells, trying to smell it, and she kept telling me, reinforcing that, that smells good, you should wear that, you should wear that again. Like, it was that type of conversation. And of course, if my wife liked it, I'm gonna wear it more. So I was, you know, that's a plus. Another thing about this fragrance, it is perfect for the fall. This is, if I had this before I did my fall fragrance lineup, this would have definitely made it. But I'm gonna have to wait till next year. Definitely a night fragrance, and I think this isn't, you know, a mature fragrance. I don't think it's a young fragrance. I think anybody from 20 to 60 can wear this. This is a inviting, playful fragrance. It's not mature, it's not immature. It's something that if you don't want something gourmandish, but you don't want anything overbearing, it's just right in the middle, and it's very balanced. I would definitely say this is a nighttime fragrance, and it's something that I think I would wear when I'm dressing my best. I'm not going to say casual. I definitely will wear this on a casual time, given the price point, given the strength of the fragrance. Now, I want to show you the sprayer, because this is, just watch. Did you see that? One more time. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good, man. Now, I'm gonna get a little bit more in depth into this, just a few seconds. First splash, you're gonna get this creamy cedar, and also a soft and sensual vanilla. You're gonna get a kind of roasted baked tonka bean. The dry down is very, very, very cedar and a slight leather note. And this is more, the leather is the new leather, like fresh out of the, off the rack coat leather. Not a worn leather, not an old leather. It's just, this fragrance is quality, period. Forgot to tell you guys the notes. I'm gonna break down the notes. I'm gonna put up on screen so you can see each and every note from a perspective instead of me talking about it. So here's the note breakdown for you guys. All right, that was the note breakdown for Vanille Benjoin. Now, once again, guys, I want to reassure you, this is a breath of fresh air when it comes to a vanilla fragrance. This is an absolute guest of honor when it comes to the party because no one was expecting it, and it shines. So get your hands on it. Definitely get a sample if you can. And oh, let me show you the sample pack. Let me bring that up. The sample pack is amazing, right? So I got this a long time ago. They gave me 4 samples for like $22. It's 6 samples now. You can get 6 2 ml samples for, I think, like between $22 to $30. Don't quote me, just go on the website. And I just want to show you, this is the bag with the samples in, and there's the samples. 2 ml sample you get. And you get 6 of them now. For under $30, you get to try every single fragrance out, and then you can pick which one you want. Definitely. If this was full, they all empty. If this was full, I would give it away, but it's empty. But definitely check the website out. I'm gonna put the link below. You guys, man, thank you for watching my review. I really appreciate all you guys. Y'all my peoples, y'all know this. The next review, hopefully I'll have it up either by December or maybe January for the next fragrances from Affinessence. But that's pretty much it. I think I covered all the points. Once again, guys, I appreciate y'all. And like I always say, it's okay if you want to smell like Rome. I'll check you guys on the next review. I'm out. Peace.